Here is what matters. Karate is not one style. It is hundreds of distinct systems with unique histories and mechanics. Understanding these differences will sharpen your own combative approach. To understand karate, you must start in Okinawa. Two cities, Naha and Shuri, gave birth to the foundational traditions. Naha was a port city where sailors from China, Indonesia, and beyond exchanged fighting techniques. This created a blue-collar, practical style known as Naha-T, characterized by circular movements, lower stances, and hard-soft power blending. Shuri, the royal capital, developed Shuri-T among the aristocratic class. It was linear, with natural breathing and quicker movements. These two traditions are not pure today. Cross-pollination happened early. But knowing their origins helps you see why some styles emphasize deep stances and linear strikes, while others favor circular blocks and close-range grappling. This is not history for history's sake. It is context that reveals the mechanics behind the techniques. Shotokan is the most widely practiced style worldwide. Jichin Funakoshi brought it from Okinawa to Japan in 1921. He was a scholar from the Shizoku class, and his style reflects that: deep stances, linear attacks, and a one-shot, one-kill philosophy. The mechanics are straightforward. You drop your hips into a long forward stance, rotate your hips, and drive a straight punch through the target. There is minimal wasted motion. The kata, like high-end Shodan and Basai, build leg strength and stability. Shotokan's competition format under the World Karate Federation has further refined these movements for speed and precision. If you want a style that builds power through structure and discipline, Shotokan gives you a solid foundation. But remember, the deep stances require mobility work, or you will lose the ability to move freely in a real fight. Gajuryu comes from the Naha-T tradition. Chajun Miyagi formalized it in the 1930s, drawing from his teacher Kanryo Higashina's training in China. The name means hard-soft, and that is the core principle. You alternate between powerful, linear strikes and circular, redirecting movements. The foundation is Sanchin Kata, a dynamic tension form that builds structure, breathing, and internal power. You learn to absorb impact and generate force from close range. Circular blocks like the hourglass block redirect an opponent's energy instead of meeting it head-on. This is practical for self-defense. In a real confrontation, you are often at close quarters. Gajuryu conditions your body to take hits and keep working. The breathing method, Ibuki, is not mystical. It is a tool to maintain structure under stress. If you want a style that blends striking with grappling and body conditioning, this is a strong path. Shorin-Ryu is the direct descendant of Shuri-T. It emphasizes natural breathing, quick footwork, and high stances. You move in and out of range, striking with speed and precision. The kata are shorter and more agile than Shotokan's deep stances. Uchai-Ryu from the Naha-T line is unique. Kanbun Uchai studied in China and brought back a style based on animal forms: tiger, crane, and dragon. It uses circular blocks, palm strikes, and kicks aimed at the groin and legs. The mechanics are compact and efficient. Both styles are less common than Shotokan or Gajuryu, but they offer valuable lessons. Shorin-Ryu teaches you to move like a fighter, not a statue. Uchai-Ryu shows you how to generate power from close range without telegraphing. If you cross-train, these systems fill gaps that the mainstream styles often leave open. Kyokushin was founded by Mas Oyama in the 1950s. He wanted a full-contact style that tested real fighting ability. The mechanics are simple: hard conditioning, low stances, and powerful kicks to the body and legs. You learn to take a hit and keep moving forward. The sparring is bare-knuckle to the body, with no head punches. This builds toughness and a willingness to close distance. The kata are similar to Shotokan but with deeper breathing and more tension. Kyokushin's weakness is head protection. You must train for that separately if you want self-defense utility. But the conditioning and fighting spirit are unmatched. If you want a style that forges resilience and teaches you to fight through pain, Kyokushin delivers. Just supplement it with head movement drills and sparring with head contact. American Kenpo was developed by Ed Parker in the 1950s and 60s. It is a hybrid system that blends karate strikes with techniques from Chinese martial arts and Western boxing. The mechanics are practical. You use rapid-fire combinations, angles, and simultaneous block and strike movements. The stances are shorter and more mobile than traditional styles. Kenpo emphasizes self-defense scenarios, grabs, holds, and multiple attackers. The philosophy is adaptation, not tradition. Modern hybrids like Kyudo take this further, mixing karate, judo, and Muay Thai into a full-contact sport. These systems are not pure karate, but they show how the principles evolve. If you are training for real-world application, do not limit yourself to one tradition. Take the linear power from Shotokan, the close-range work from Ga-Juryu, the conditioning from Kyokushin, and the adaptability of Kenpo. That is combative intelligence. Here is your takeaway. No single style has all the answers. Study the mechanics, understand the origins, and build your own combative toolkit. That is how you evolve.